warm up. Solve for y means we want to get that all by itself, right? Okay. So, you know, I'm going to rewrite it over here just because I don't have enough room. All right. What should I do first? You gotta move this guy, right? Since it's a negative 3x, what do I need to do? Yeah, add 3x.
3 on the back?
No, this is just a warm-up, so you can put it on the back if you want to. Okay. All right, so then that means I have, check this away, I have 4y equals 3x plus 12. Yes? I'm close. Close to getting y all by itself. What do I need to do about that 4? Good, divide it. That means divide everything by 4, right? So then now you have y equals 3 over 4. Can I simplify that? No, so it's just 3/4 x plus, what's 12 over 4? 3. Okay. Now, guys, do you realize what this is? Y equals mx plus b.
Yeah.
It's the equation of a line.
You're supposed to just graph it like that, right?
Yeah. So your slope, or your
is 3/4.
m is 3/4, and your b
is 3.
is 3. All right. Good. That's just a little bonus, right?
Yeah.
How about number 2? Find the vertex. Okay, so this parabola is already in vertex form. So we can just get the vertex by looking straight at this, or we can graph it. So this is, okay, right? Yeah? Okay. Well then, remember your vertex is opposite your h, comma, k. So if it's opposite of your h number, comma, k, well then what is your vertex here? What's your h number?
3.
What's the opposite of it? And what is your k?
Is 7.
What?
-7.
-7. There you go. There's your vertex. Okay? If it's in vertex form, that's how we do that. Are we okay with that? All right. So guys, today is going to be so much fun because it's basically just a review day. All right? And then after our little review day, we're going to learn something new. Okay?
Today?
Yeah. So what we're doing today is we're talking about graphing systems of equations. Okay? And just to review, we're going to talk about graphing lines. And like you guys said, y equals mx plus b, that is the equation of a line, right? If I look at number 1, oh, sorry, m is the slope, sorry about that, and b is the y-intercept, silence it. Okay, I don't want to hear any more dings from the cell phone. All right. So if I look at number 1, it's y equals, right? So this is already good. What is my m?
1/3.
What kind of one?
-1/3.
-1/3. And what is my b?
4.
4. Okay, so 4 is where I begin, and m is how I move. So 4, that means 4 on the y-axis, right here. M is how I move, so down 1, right 3. Down 1, right 3. Down 1, right 3. Or it can also be up 1, left 3, right? There we go. There's your line. You guys, I'm sorry. All right, so are we okay with this one? Alright then. Number 2. Guys, number 2, is this all for y? Is it in y equals mx plus b form? No. So let's turn it into y equals mx b form. Just like what we did in the warm-up, right? We want to get the y all by itself.
Yeah.
So subtract the 4x. Negative 3y equals negative 4x plus 6. Now what?
You divide 3. Negative 3.
Good. Divide everything by negative 3. Y equals, what's negative 4 over negative 3?
It stays the same.
Stays the same, just because it's positive now, right? 4/3 x. What's that 6 divided by negative 3? Good. So now I have y equals 4/3 x minus 2. All right, let's go get our slope. Use a different color there. Slope and the y-intercept. What is the slope?
Slope is like the rise.
But what is the slope for this equation?
It's 4/3.
Good. What about the b, y-intercept?
-2.
All right. So at negative 2, right, so up 4, right 3. 4, right 3. Or down 4, left 3. And you know what, guys? Maybe I just don't feel like doing this by hand, or maybe I forgot, okay? Then you can also go into the calculator. And you can put in 4/3 x minus 2, yeah? You can also put it into the calculator, and if you graph it, you see what the graph looks like. How can you get these points? Second graph. All right, and you can just choose to get the pretty points here. -3, -6, 0, -2, 3, 2, 6, 6. Got it? All right. That'll make your life a little bit easier. Now, let's talk about graphing parabolas. And with graphing parabolas, we're going to use our calculator, okay? So number 3, we have negative x squared plus 4x minus 3. Let's find the vertex. Let's put this into the calculator. Does your graph look like mine? Alright, so if I want to find the vertex, you know, the vertex looks pretty nice here. What do you think it is? If I go to second graph, you know what? That one's pretty nice. 2, 1. Because look at 1, look above it and below it. Aren't they the same number?
Yeah.
And then -3, -3, see? So then this one in the middle, that's your vertex. Or you could also find the maximum, right? But for this one, you know, it looks pretty nice, so that's why I went straight to the graph. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have 2, 1 as our vertex, and let's make a little table. 2, 1. Okay. What is this? 0, -3, 4, -3. Yes? there we go. That's our parabola. How are you doing? Okay. Well, and let's look at number 4. Number 4 is in vertex form already. Right? This is in vertex form. Remember what we said about this vertex? I mean, you can also graph it, but what is the opposite H number? -2. What's my K number? -4. So there you go. -2, -4 is your vertex, right? And then let's get some other points. Remember, put this right into the calculator and you can get some other points for it, right? Should have. Oh, wrong way. Right? Did I go the right way before? Sorry. I think I just went backwards on my table from the last one. Sorry. All right, any questions about this? Pretty good, right? All we're doing is basically we're just practicing how to read our calculator, right? And graph it. Okay, so this is the fun part. Graphing circles. So, graphing circles to some of you, Cindy, it might be a review. Everyone else, you know what? You're in luck. I love graphing circles. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this. All right. So, the equation for graphing circles is this. I just want you to see this. So circles, you know, like how lines is y equals mx plus b, right? For circles, it's that. And that's written up at the top, okay? I'm just writing it over because it's so small up here. All right, so there are two things that you need to do when you're graphing circles. You need to find the center and you need to find the radius, okay? So the center, you get the center by looking at the number that's being added or subtracted with the x. Give me the opposite. That gives me the x part of your center, okay? And then you want to look at the number that's being added or subtracted with the y. Give me the opposite, and that gives me the y number for the center, okay? And then the radius, well, radius comes from, you have to square root the r squared. Whatever number that is equal to, you're going to square root it, okay? So let's try an example here. Number 5, all right? So number 5, I have x minus 1 squared, so I got that, too big. So I've got that number in there, right? And then plus y plus 3, I got that number right there, okay? What is my center? What is the opposite of the number that's inside with the x? What's the opposite of the number?
1.
1. What's the opposite of the number that's inside the parentheses with the y?
-2.
Okay, that's your center. Okay? That's like the middle point of your circle. That's the center. Okay? So let's go and graph that. 1, -3. So right there. Yeah? Okay? And then for the radius, Guys, what is this all equal to? What number? 9? So what is the square root of 9?
It's 3.
3. So 3 is your radius. Okay? So what does that mean? Go graph your center, and then you're going to take that radius, and you're going to go up 3, right 3, down 3, and left 3 from the middle of your circle. Okay? And then try your best to, get the circle as nice as you can. Listen, I'm not expecting perfect circles because, goodness, I know I can't draw a perfect circle. But don't, make sure it's not a diamond or, like a square. Okay? You don't want square circles. Can we look at the next one? Okay, so the next one for the center, wait a minute, the x and the y, the x squared and y squared, do they have parentheses? No. Wait a minute, so that means there is no number inside the parentheses with the x or the y. What number do you use for like nothing?
0.
0. Good. So there's no number inside the parentheses with the x. There's no number inside the parentheses with the y. So when it says just x squared or y squared, then it's 0, 0. All right, so that's your center. Okay, and then what's my radius?
It's 5.
Good. So guys, finish that for me, please. All right, so if we graph this from the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, to the right, down, and to the left. There we go. Big circle for our graph, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try the next one. All right, so number 7. So for our center, okay, look at your x squared term. Do you have parentheses there with it? All right, there's no number inside parentheses with it, so what number do I get for my x? Huh?
0.
0. Look at your y squared. What number is inside the parentheses with the y?
-1.
Okay, it's -1, so what's the opposite?
1.
1, good. And then what's my radius?
6.
What's the square root of 16? 4. That's your radius. It should never be that equals number. It should be the square root of that equals number. So 0, 1 is my center. And then the radius is 4, so 4 up, to the right, down, to the left. Oh no. There we go. Okay? Alright, so number 8. Tom, you should be able to do number 8 with us, okay? Alright, so look. Your center. You have an x comma y, right? Inside the parentheses with the x, what number do you have? Okay, what's the opposite? Alright, so -3 is the x value for my center. Now look at the y squared. What number is inside the parentheses with the y? What's the opposite? Alright, so that's your center. And then when you have just a plain old x squared or y squared, that means it's 0. Okay? So -3, -2. So we're all the way over here. Yeah? And then your radius comes from the equals number. You have to take the square root of it. What's the square root of 4? 2. So 2 to the left, 2 up, 2 to the right, and 2 down. Okay? And mine fell a little bit short on the top there, right? But, you know, you guys can make it look nice. All right, so are we okay on those? Okay. So now let's look at graphing systems of equations. All right. So here's the thing. Whenever I say a system of equations, it means that we have a set. For one problem, we have 2 or more equations. Okay? And when you're graphing a system of equations, you're going to look for the intersections of the graphs. All right? Where do they intersect? Where do they touch, cross, meet? Okay? Intersect. And those are called your solutions. Those are the solutions that you're looking for. Okay? So if we're looking for the intersections, which are also the solutions, well, you know what? There are 3 different types that we could get here. Look at this first one. Do they intersect? This parabola and this circle? No, they don't touch each other at all, right? So then what does that tell me about my solutions? There's no solution. Yeah. Yeah, if they do not intersect or meet, then there's no solution. So the second one. Right here, isn't that where they meet? Or they intersect? Yeah, so here you would say like the number of solutions. Yeah. So for this one, it would be 2 solutions. But you could also have 1, you could have 3, you could have 4, right? So then look at the next one. Well, the next one looks like there's only 1 parabola, right? But I told you that there are 2. So then where's the other one?
It's overlapping.
Yeah. Then the other one is right on top of it, right? So then what does that mean for how many places that they intersect? How many different places are these 2 parabolas crossing or meeting each other? Every single point, right? Because they're literally right on top of each other.
So all solutions.
Well, so it's kind of like that, but if you're talking about how many, then you want to say infinite. Infinite number of solutions. Okay? All right? Any questions? Okay? So I want you guys to be very careful on the wording. Just what are they asking you? The next part they're saying, how many solutions? All right, just tell me how many. How many solutions, how many places or points of intersection do you see here? Number 1. Only 2?
4.
There's 1 here, there's 1 there. Where else?
I see 2 more at the bottom.
2 more, right here and right here, right? Where do the parabola and the circle intersect? 4. So this one has 4 solutions. You see that? They're asking you how many. Just tell me how many, okay? Look at the next one. Oh, does the next one ever cross?
What?
No, because they have the same, you see how like they're vertices, right? No, it's a parabola right inside of another one. This is no solution. Or none. I guess we could write none. Okay. How about number 3? How many?
1 solution.
1. You because we had the 1 point right there. So one solution. Any questions about that? All right. So the next part says, what? What are the solutions? Well, now, guys, I'm not asking you how many. I want you to tell me the solutions. Oh, and that is, oh my goodness, excuse me, there we go. That is the actual x comma y ordered pair. What are the points? Okay? So number one, do they have any intersecting points? Number one, no, right? This one's none. What are the solutions? None, so no solutions. How about number two?
-2, 5, 1, and 2.
Okay. -2, 5, 1, 2, good. So give me those actual points. And then Tom, what is the last one?
0, -4.
0, -4 is the only one right there. Good. I like this last one. It looks like a little person.
Yeah, it does.
Right? It's so cute. Holding a phone because all of you guys love holding your phones.
Where's his hair?
Right? No, no hair. It's the summer, it's hot. Alright. Okay, so now the next part. For the different type of question that they may ask you about the system, okay, of solutions. Determining the solutions. I could ask you, hey guys, is 1, 3 a solution? That means, is 1, 3 an intersecting point? Okay? So I'm going to go to 1, 3 right there. Oh, is that a solution for number 1? Yeah, so that's it. That's all I want. Yes. Okay. Now how about for number 2? 1, 3. It's a point on the line, but is that a point where they intersect?
No.
No, so 1, 3 is not a solution over here. Okay? And that's it with those. So, the next part, okay, so the next type of questions, we're actually going to graph and we're going to determine the solutions, okay? So I want you guys to write a couple of things here, just somewhere on your paper. You don't need a whole lot of room. I want you to write this, and like literally it could be anywhere there, okay? If you have no exponents, all right? Because I'm going to give you a bunch of equations, but if you have no exponents, then what you have there is a line. Okay? No exponents means it's a line. And one exponent, are you okay if I just put exp for exponent? Means that you have a parabola, the U shape. Okay? And then if you have two exponents, then that means you have a circle. All right? This should give you a huge hint about what it is that you are graphing and what they should look like, right? The line and the parabola you can put into the calculator. The circles, no. Right? I mean, you can put them in the calculator, but I'm not going to show you because it's just way too confusing. All right? All right, so let's look at these guys. Number one and number one has two equations. So here. All right, so I'm gonna choose a color for the first equation. I'm gonna choose red. Guys, do you see any exponents here?
No.
No, so that's a line. For the second one, I'm going to choose a different color. What is that? Is it a line, a parabola, or a circle?
Circle. Line.
It's a line because there are no exponents for that one either, right?
Yeah.
So, see you later, Tom. Oh, let me give you your homework. Alright, so if I look at 3x plus 3y equals 18, guys, it's not solved for y. We need to make it solve for y so we can graph the line. So minus the 3x. 3y equals negative 3x plus 18. Now what?
Divide 3.
Good. Divide everything by 3. Y equals, what's negative 3 divided by 3? Okay, so I could write negative 1x, or I could just write negative x, right? What's 18 divided by 3?
6.
6. Good. Alright, so that's my red equation. You know what? Let's graph this. My m equals negative 1 over 1. My b equals 6, right? Alright, so I have to go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 1 over 1 means down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. Or up 1, left 1. Right? Okay, so that one's done. The second equation is a line that is 5x minus 3y equals negative 6. Gotta make it equal to y. What should I do first? Yeah, subtract 5x. So negative 3y equals negative 5x minus 6. Good. Divide everybody by negative 3. And then we have y equals, guys, what's negative 5 divided by negative 3?
Negative 4.
Positive 5/3, right?
Yes.
And then the x, and what's negative 6 divided by negative 3?
2.
Positive 2, good. Okay, so there's my purple line. And of course, my m is 5/3, and my b is 2, yes? All right, so my purple line. Okay, then I start at b, begin at 2. And my slope is 5 over 3, so it's up 5, right 3, yes? Or it could be down 5, left 3. I realize that my point is a little, my line is a little bit off. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. How many solutions do I have, guys? 2. 1. How many places do the lines intersect? Right? The lines, if you have 2 lines, you can only have 1 solution because these lines are going to cross each other in only 1 spot. So, my intersection point is there. Yeah? Is that on a nice, pretty point? No, it's like in the middle of something, right? Do you see that, Timon? Okay, so when we do this, we can go to the calculator and have Blinking Bob help us. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Go to your calculator. Go to your y equals. Let's put in our first equation that we solved for x. negative x plus 6, right? What was the second one? Was it 5 thirds x, what was it, plus 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2. Okay. So we're going to put both of these in, right? Pick graph. Let's take a look at it. Put in both of our equations into y equals. Okay. So this is good. My graph looks like the graph that we have on our paper. All right. So here's what you do, guys. Go to second trace. Yeah? Intersect. Because we're looking for the intersection. Do you agree? Second trace, intersect. And there's Blinking Bob. Yeah? So move Blinking Bob close to the intersection that you want, but don't go right on top of it. Because if you do, you'll get an error. So go as close, just go close to it. And then hit enter, enter, enter. There you go. Isn't that so good? There goes your solution. 1.5, comma, 4.5. That's it. There you go. All right, so the calculator steps are there at the bottom of the page. If you forget, you can use that for reference. Let's do number 2. Thank you, Ratner. All right, so the first equation, do I have any exponents? Look at that first equation right there. Any exponents? How many?
1.
So 1 exponent means you have a what? Parabola. I know. And look at the next one. Do I have any exponents? So what is this? No exponents means it's a line. All right. And in fact, this line is pretty special because it's just y equals 3, right? Y equals 3 is a hyoid. This is a horizontal line. Okay? So let's do that one first, actually. Y equals 3. So I'm going to go up to 3. That's y equals 3, right? And then let's just draw our horizontal line. Okay? Now for the parabola, guys, this one's written in vertex form. You could give me the vertex, or you could go give me the points by plugging it into your calculator. What is the vertex here? What's the opposite of this number?
2.
2, comma, 2. Good. So I'm going to make a little table. I'm going to put 2, 2 in the middle. Plug this into the calculator. Give me, like, 2 points above, 2 points below. Okay? What do we get? It's in red. Two, two, 3, what? 3, 3. So
4, 6.
4, 6. And then what about 1 and 0? They're the same. Okay. Yeah? So what are my solutions here, guys? I have 2 of them. What are the solutions, the intersecting points? Yeah. Are we okay with this? All right. Are we okay with this? Any questions? Okay, let's try this one. Y equals 2x. Guys, the one at the top, is it a line? Is it a parabola or is it a circle?
Line.
Line, good. How about the one below it? Y equals x squared.
Parabola.
Parabola, good job. Because you have one exponent, right? All right, so let's look at this line. What is my slope? 2. So 2 over 1. What is my b? 0. Good, because this is 2x plus 0, right? All right, so 0. And then my slope is up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. Or down 2, left 1. Okay? And with these lines, you can also plug them into the calculator, right? Now let's try the second one, the parabola. You can plug it into your calculator and get some points, the xy points. That looks like the parent function. Plug it in for me and tell me what you get for your points. And I plug in x squared. Oh. Second graph gives me some points. I'm going to put 0, 0 in the middle because that looks like the vertex. Right? So 0, 0. Okay. So how many intersection points or intersecting points do I have here? 2. You know what? And they're really nice to see, right? They're on exact points. Yes? You know, I'm going to show you how to put this in the calculator as well. Okay? So I'm going to put in y equals 2x and y1, and then y equals x squared into my y2. Okay? I'm going to put in this whole system. I'm going to graph it. That way, then I can see both of my graphs on the same, same graph there. Okay, so I have 2 intersecting points. So in order to get these intersections, you can go to second graph. Well, you should. You have to go to second graph and go to intersect. Now, here's Blinking Bob. Since he's close to this one, you know what? I'm going to get a little bit away from it. He's close to the 0, 0 one, right? So then enter, enter, enter. There you go. 0, 0. That's one of them, yeah? Let's practice doing the other one. Second, trace, intersect. Now I have to move Blinking Bob close to the other intersection. Do you see what I'm doing? Close to that one, yeah? And then enter, enter, enter. There you go. 2, 4. Yes? All right. So your intersecting points are here and here, which is 0, 0, and 2, 4. Okay? Questions? Comments? All right. Let's try this one, number 6. Let's try this one first. So we're going to skip 5, which I think my numbering is off. I don't have a number 4, do I? We skip 5, we're going to go to number 6. Okay, so let's look at y equals 4. What is this? Line, parabola, or circle?
Circle.
No,
So
this one, this one. A line, right?
Yeah.
The next one, though, is a circle. Why?
Two exponents.
Good. You have two exponents, so this is a circle. Good. You know what? Let's graph this line. That one's pretty easy to do. Y equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y is boy, so this is a horizontal line, right? Okay. All right. So now for the circle. So for the circle, you need to find the center and then the radius, right? What is the center here?
0.
Good. 0, 0. And what is my radius? Good. It's 5. It's got to be square root of 25, which is 5. And guys, if they ever give you a number that's not a perfect square, that's okay. Just get the decimal. All right? Okay, so 0, 0, and 5. 0, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 5. Right 5. Down 5. Left 5. Yes? Yeah? All right. So I should have actually made this a little bit smaller because I need some room here. All right. Here's the thing. How many points of intersection do you see? Two. 2 points of intersection. It's like around here and around here. Do you agree? But the thing is that I can't say exactly where it is because I didn't draw a perfect circle, right? So here's what you need to do. If we eyeball this point right there, it could be 2, 4, or it could be 3, 4. Do you agree? Because over here it looks like it's at negative 3, 4, doesn't it? Negative 3, 4, question mark. This could be 2, 4, question mark, or 3, 4, question mark. Don't you agree? All right. Like I said, I didn't draw a perfect circle, so that's why I can't say. What we have to do now is we need to check, okay? So the way you check is you need to plug it into both of your equations. The first one we don't care about because is there even a place to check your x? No, it's just y equals 4, which tells me 2, 4, 3, 4. Okay, it tells me that here are my x's, here are my y's. My y's are good because they're already 4. Does that make sense? My y's are already 4, y equals 4, done. Yeah? So now I need to check my x's by plugging it into my circle equation. Okay? So let's check this one first. 2, 4. X squared plus y squared. So x is 2 squared plus, what's the y that goes with the 2? 4. 4 squared. Does that equal 25? What is this? Put this into the calculator. 2 squared plus 4 squared. Put that in the calculator. What do you get? Do you get 25? What do you get? You get 20? So does 20 equal 25? No. So then 2 4 is out. Because that didn't work. You see what I'm doing? So now we need to check 3, 4. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 25, question mark? Yeah, if you put in 3 squared plus 4 squared in the calculator, what do you get? What is this, 9 plus 16? Yeah, that is 25. 25 does equal 25, so that tells me that 3, 4 works. Yeah? And since this is a circle, and that other intersecting point is right on the other side, then is this negative 3, 4?
Hmm?
Yeah. So your solutions are negative 3, 4, and 3, 4. Do you agree? Okay. So I think circles are going to be the only ones where you guys actually have to check. Okay? Let's try number 5. The top one is, what is that? A line, a parabola, or a circle? Huh? What? Parabola? Uh-huh. And the second one, y equals x minus 4. What is that? It's a line. Good. All right, guys, let's do it. Graph that, please. You can use your calculators. You can put both of them in your calculator and get the solution, right? All right, do it. Super. Yeah. This is no solution. It's kind of hard to write on the smartboard, isn't it?
I don't like writing on it.
Yeah, 1, 2. There we go. I know, it's hard. Take some practice. Why is this no solution?
Doesn't no sense.
Good. Wow, guys. Okay. So your homework is homework C. Please make sure you get that done. Okay. Right. Homework completion has not been very good, and not just in here, but across all of my classes. And I just don't really know what's happening. If you guys are revolting and protesting against homework, I would just like to remind you that these are personal choices that you are making, choices that have consequences. Because if you do not do your homework, can you do well on your quizzes? No.
I mean, if you know that, if you know it really well.
Okay, but how many people in here who do zero homework do really well on the quizzes? Not a lot of people that I know.
In this class.
You're on the board or you did well, but so if you don't do well on the quizzes, then can you do well on the tests? No. So I would just like to remind you, responsible students, upperclassmen students who are used to school and the homework, all of that stuff, routine. These are all personal choices with consequences, so please do your homework. And next class, if you guys check your assignment sheet, you have a mini quiz. Okay. On all the graphing stuff, days 1, 2, and 3. Okay? I re-recorded day 1, so if you guys want to go back and listen to it, there's a better recording on there for you. Okay?